This morning in Project Fitness, it's about to be the most wonderful time of the year. And while joyful, all the upcoming holiday festivities could lead you looking a little too jolly. Sorry, Santa. So here to share some healthy holiday habits to guide you through the upcoming season of indulgence is yoga therapist and natural healing consultant Catherine Conte from All That Matters. Good morning.
Good morning, Michaela. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. I have to say, this is a tough time of year. While it's very exciting, it's also very tempting.
Yes.
There are sweets and treats and many things that maybe we don't have throughout the rest of the year, and we feel like we really want to indulge, and this can be really difficult.
Yes. I think that the thing to keep in mind is the mindset that we come in with it. We don't want to get caught up in the frenzy and then become a victim of it, like a leaf in the wind. We really want to stand back and be in control and have a sense of what our goals and our values are.
You have two kind of overall themes to keep in mind, one of which is slow down.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I like to think of them as a way of being in the world, and you can apply it definitely to, our theme today about holiday time. But slowing down is really important. What it does is it puts a bit of a gap between the stimulation, or in this case, the temptation, and our response to it. So it can make the difference between being really compulsive and overindulging or making more thoughtful and meaningful decisions.
Also, too, staying true to yourself.
Absolutely. It comes to knowing oneself. Know what's important to you. Know what you keep as your highest priority, and stay true to it. Also know your limits and honor them.
Which is hard to do, because I have to say, when those desserts come out especially, I want to try one of everything, and then I'm full too fast. So let's go over the top 3 tips that you have that we can kind of follow as we are overwhelmed by this holiday season. The first one you have is an 80-20 rule.
Yep. And what I mean by that is 80%, 20%. So 80% of the time, you make this a habit of 80% of the time, your choices are kind of feeding into your overall health goal and your commitment to yourself and your health. So everything that you choose, 80% of the time, is healthy, nutritious. It's the stuff that you eat most of and most of the time. The 20% is more for play. The extra glass of wine, the glass of champagne, the desserts that you mentioned. It's food that's more playful and kind of nourishes us on a different level, maybe indulges the senses or feeds our soul. Speaking
of feeding, even something like chewing is important to do the right way.
I'm glad you mentioned it. I add to that sitting and chewing. This is really old-fashioned wisdom here coming into play. When you sit down, you're in a more receptive position, literally, to receive. And eating is a relaxed activity. You don't want to be standing and moving around while you're eating. That's very distracting. And we tend to rush it, and we eat more, and we're really not present for it. And then we feel a little unsatisfied, so we reach for more, to kind of fill that need to taste.
So really kind of savor that food and take your time.
Absolutely.
Last but not least, stick to that plan.
Yes.
Sometimes easier said than done.
Yes, and hopefully you all have a plan. And if you don't, I can definitely help you, and we have tons of programs and All That Matters that can help you. But try not to throw in the towel. Like if you feel like you've indulged and you just want to kind of give up until January, try to get back on track as soon as you can. If you have an exercise plan, get to it the next time you can. Don't skip meals. It's really, really important. When we do that, we tend to overeat, and to make up for that. So stay on track.
So perfect. There you go. You have 3 good tips for you to keep in mind this holiday season. If you missed any of them, look for them on our website, rhodeshow.com.